Hello everyone, welcome to this class. So in this class, we're going to open our hips and stretch our hamstrings. We're going to try a few hip opener poses and also maybe half split or the full split. Also, we're going to do a few twists in this class. So I recommend you to maybe prepare a block or those thin block for the class. And if not, then we'll see how it goes. So let's start the class. So first, stand at the front of your mat into Dandasana. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your shoulder blades back and down. Open up your palms to the front. I invite you to close your eyes at the moment. Connect your focus with your breaths. When you inhale, feel your chest is rising. When you exhale, feel your chest is falling. Feel the support from the floor, the groundedness in this pose. Let go any thoughts in your mind, no matter what happened before the class, what you are going to do afterwards. Let them go. Everything can wait. Let's focus on yourself, your body, your breaths, your mind at this moment and throughout the class. So now slowly open up your eyes. Inhale, lift up your arms. Hands on top of your shoulders. Lengthen your spine, draw your belly in. Exhale, bend towards the back. Open up your chest. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down in front of your heart. Soften your knees. Inhale, hinge forward. Spine straight. Lowering down into forward fold, Uttanasana. Keep your spine straight. Inhale, halfway up. Look forward. Exhale, lowering down into Uttanasana. Hands flat on the mat. Inhale, step your right foot back into a lower lunge. Lengthen your spine forward. Keep your hips squared. Lowering down your right hand under your right shoulder. Inhale, lift up your left hand up. Open up your chest to the left. Exhale, left hand inside your left foot. Inhale, open up your chest to the right. Right hand up on top of your right shoulder. Inhale, right hand down. Now step back into your plank pose. Inhale, looking forward, press your hands down, engage your core. Exhale, lowering down your knees, bend your arms into chaturanga. Inhale, lift up into cobra pose. Exhale, lift up into downward dog. So this is our first downward dog in the class. Let's pedal our feet on the mat to warm up our body. And may swing your hips from one side to the other side. And now come to stillness. Maybe lowering down your heels on the mat. Straighten your legs. Really press your hands down, your fingers down into the mat. Lengthen your spine. Weight back in your legs.
Inhale, lift up your right leg back. Exhale, right leg down, right foot forward into a lower lunge. Lengthen your spine. And then lowering down your left knee, coming up. Inhale, lift up your hands up and back, Anjaneyasana. And then exhale, hands down on your right knee. Draw your left knee and right heel towards each other to stabilize your hips, your pelvic floor. Engage your core. Inhale, lift up your left foot. And use your hand to bind your left foot. Press your left heel into your left hip. Open up your left quadricep, the front of your thigh. Exhale, lowering down your left foot. Extend your right leg. Flex your right foot, hips back. Open up your hamstrings on your right leg. And then step your left foot forward into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold down. This time, left foot back into a lower lunge. Lengthen your spine. And then left hand flat on the mat. Inhale, open up your chest to the right. Right hand on top of your right shoulder. Exhale, right hand down inside your right foot. Inhale, left hand up. Open up your chest to the left. Find your balance. Exhale, left foot down, left hand down. Let's step back into a plank. Let's all lowering down your knees, lowering down your chest into chaturanga, and then release into a cobra pose. Inhale, lift up into downward dog. Fingers are widely spread. Press your hands down. Your feet are hip distance apart. Inhale, lift up your left leg. Exhale, left foot forward into a lower lunge. Lengthen your spine, hips are squared. And then lowering down your right knee. Right toes are tucking under. Inhale, come up. Extend your arms up. Hands on top of your shoulders. Draw your belly in. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend back. Anjaneyasana. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands on your left knee. Draw your left heel and right knee towards each other. Stabilize your pelvic floor. Inhale, lift up your right foot. Right hand bind with your right foot. Draw your right heel towards your right hip. Open up the front of your right thigh. Open up your chest to the front. And then release your right leg down. Toes tucked under. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Flex your left foot looking forward. Stretch the back of your left leg. And then come up, step forward into a forward fold. If your hamstrings are very tight, then bend your legs. Try to keep your spine straight. Inhale, halfway up. Lengthen forward. Exhale, down. And then bend your legs. Inhale, roll up one vertebrae by one vertebrae. Lift up your hands on top of your shoulders. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, hands down in front of your heart.
So let's continue with the flow. Inhale, hands up. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend back. Open up your chest. Inhale, up. Soften your knees. Inhale, hinge forward. Keep your spine, your arms straight. Keep lowering down into Uttanasana. Hands down your shins on the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Look forward. Exhale, fold down. Hands flat on your mat. Step back into a plank pose. This time, knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga, cobra or upper dog. And then tuck your toes and lift up into downward dog. Inhale, right leg up. Hips squared. Exhale, right foot forward. Heel alignment. And then come up. Make sure both feet are flat on the mat. Hands on your hips. Adjust your alignment. Torso on top of your hips. Inhale, lift up your hands on top of your shoulders. Draw your belly in. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend towards the back. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands down at the back. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Open up your chest to the ceiling. Exhale, come back up. Inhale, lean forward. Really press your feet down. Keep lengthening forward. And then lift up your hands up and over into humble warrior. Try to draw your right hip in. And then lowering down your hands on the mat. Step back into a plank pose. Knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga, cobra or upper dog. And then lift up into downward dog. Let's do this on the other side. So inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot forward, heel alignment. Feet flat on the mat. Inhale, come up. Hands on your hips. Check your alignment. Adjust your alignment. Inhale, hands up on top of the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your belly in. Exhale, bend towards the back. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands down at the back. Clasp your hands, draw your shoulder blades towards each other. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Open your chest to the ceiling. Exhale, come back up. Inhale, lean forward. Really press your hands down. Keep lengthening forward. Then lift up your hands up and over. Try to keep your left hip in the midline. And then lowering down your hands on the mat into a plank, knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga, cobra or upper dog. And then peel up into downward dog. Let's continue. Inhale, right leg up. Hips are squared. Exhale, right foot forward into heel alignment. Inhale, come up. Hands on your hips. Make sure your torso on top of your hips. Inhale, hands up on top of the shoulders. Draw your belly in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands down at the back. Clasp your fingers. Inhale, lengthen and open your chest to the ceiling. Exhale, lean forward. Press your left foot down to help you lengthen forward. Right hip in the midline. And then
Lift up your hands up and over. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, keep lowering down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, down. Now release your hands on the mat to a plank, knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga, cobra or upper dog. Inhale, come up into a downward dog on the other side. Inhale, left hand, left leg up. Exhale, left foot forward, heel alignment. Inhale, come up, hands on your hips. Draw your belly in. Inhale, hands up on top of your shoulders. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend towards the back. Open up your chest. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands down at the back. Clasp your fingers. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Open up your chest to the ceiling. Exhale, hinge forward. Lengthen your spine forward. Press your right foot down. Keep lengthening forward. Left foot down. Keep your left hip in the midline. And then open up your hands over into humble warrior. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, down. And then release your hands on the mat. Step back into plank pose, knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga, cobra or upper dog. Inhale, lift up into downward dog. Let's take a few breaths here. Feel the heat generated in your body, circulating around. Try to engage your Ujjayi breathing to help you control your breaths. Inhale, look between your hands, walk your feet, lift up your heels and walk your feet towards your hands. Press your hands down. Try to keep your legs straight into a forward fold. Keep your spine straight. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold down. Bend your legs. Inhale, roll up one vertebrae by one vertebrae. Lift up your hands on top of your shoulders. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, lowering down your hands in front of your heart. Let's continue with the flow. So inhale, hands up, lengthen your spine. Exhale, open up your chest to the back. Inhale, up. Exhale, lowering down your hands in front of your heart and hinge forward. Keep lowering down. Hands on shins on the mat. Fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. Now step back into a plank pose. Knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga, cobra or upper dog. And then tuck your toes and peel up into downward dog. Inhale, right leg up. Weight in your left leg and then bend your right leg, right knee high as possible, as high as possible. Keep your shoulders square to the front. Imagine your right hip is on top of your left hip. Feel the opening in your right hip. Inhale, straighten your right leg at the back, hips squared. Exhale, roll down right foot to the front. This time, heel arch alignment, coming up into warrior two legs. Really press the outer side of your left foot down. Tuck your tailbone down. Right knee pointing to the front. Extend your arms by your sides. Turn your head to look at your right hand. Feel the opening in your hips.
especially the outer right hip. And then lean slightly forward, right palm up, and then bend back into reverse warrior. Remember to breathe into the pose. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Feel the opening on the right side of your body, opening in your chest. Inhale, up. Right hand forward, lean forward. Inhale, lean forward. Keep reaching. And then right elbow on your right knee. Open up your chest to the front. Extend your left hand by your ear. Side angle pose. Utthita Parshivakonasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn your body to the front. Left shoulder back. And then lowering down into a plank. Knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga. Cobra or upper dog. And then lift up into a downward dog. The other side. Inhale, left leg up. Weighting your right leg and then bend your left leg, left knee high up. Keep your hips, shoulders square to the front. Draw your belly in to protect your lower back. And then straighten your left leg. Hips are squared. Lowering down your left foot forward, heel arch alignment, and then come up. Press the other side of your right foot down. Engage the muscles in your right leg. Tuck your tailbone down. Left knee pointing to the front. Extend your arms and look at your left hand. Feel the opening in your hips. Inhale, lean slightly forward, left palm up, and then bend back into reverse warrior. Feel the lengthening along the left side of your body. Chest is opening. Inhale, up. Inhale, lean forward, left hand keep reaching forward, and then left elbow on your left knee. Open up your chest to the front. Extend your right arm along by your ear. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Engage your core. Exhale, turn your chest to forward. Move your right shoulder back. Left shoulder forward. Open up your chest. Inhale, hands down. Step back into a plank. Knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga. Cobra or upper dog. And then tuck your toes and then peel up into a downward dog. Let's repeat it one more time. Inhale, right leg up. Then bend your right leg, right knee high up. Keep your shoulders square to the front. Draw your abdomen back. Imagine your right hip on top of your left hip. And then inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, release your right foot to the front. Heel arch alignment. And then come up. Extend your arms by your sides. Tuck your tailbone down. Your torso on top of your hips. Draw your belly in. Look at your right hand. Soften your elbows if needed. Inhale, lean slightly forward, right palm up. Exhale, bend towards the back. Reverse warrior. Feel the opening on the right side of your body. Inhale, up. Exhale, lean forward. Right hand keep reaching forward as far as you can, and then lowering down your right elbow on your right knee. Turn your chest to the front. Extend your left hand along by your ear. Can stay there, or maybe lowering down your right hand on a block or on the mat. Inhale, keep lengthening your spine. Exhale, press your right tricep against your right knee and open up your chest to the front if you are lowering down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, open. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, open. And then lowering down, step back into a plank pose. Knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga, cobra or up dog. And then lift up into downward dog. The other side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, bend your left leg, left knee high up. Engage your core. Keep your shoulders square to the front. Your left hip on top of your right hip, more or less. And then inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, release your left foot to the front. Heel arch alignment and come up. Hands by your sides. Tuck your tailbone down. Open up your hips. Torso on top of your hips. Engage your core. Look at your front leg, front hand. Inhale, lean slightly forward, turn your left palm up. Exhale, bend towards the back in your reverse warrior. Inhale up. Exhale, lean forward, left hand, keep reaching forward. And then lowering down your left elbow on your left knee. Open up your chest to the front. Extend your right arm by your ear. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn your chest to the front. You may stay there for a few breaths, or maybe lowering down your left hand on a block or on the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, press your hand down your left tricep against your left knee to open up your chest to the right to the front. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, open. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, open. And then release into a plank, knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga, cobra or upper dog. Inhale, peel up into downward dog and rest here for a few breaths. So let's restore our energy in this restorative pose. Really press your hands down. Imagine someone is drawing your hips back and up to help you lengthen your spine. Inhale, look between your hands. Lift up your heels. Press your hands down. Walk your feet towards your hands. Try to keep your legs straight into a forward fold. Nice spine. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold down. Bend your legs. Inhale, lift up. Hands up, lengthen your spine. And then lowering down your hands in front of your chest. Now let's continue with the flow. Inhale, hands up, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend back. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands down in front of your heart. Soften your knees. Inhale, hinge forward and down into a forward fold. Keep your spine nice and straight. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Let's step back into a
downward dog. Inhale, lift up your right leg at the back. Exhale, lowering down your right foot to the front into a lower lunge. Lengthen your spine, looking forward. Both hips are square to the front. And then lowering down your left knee. So your left toes are tucking under. Inhale, lift up into Anjaneyasana. So now let's inhale, lift up your draw your left knee and right heel towards each other. Stabilize your pelvic floor. Inhale, lift up your left foot. Use your left hand to bind with your left foot. Really press your left heel towards your left hip. Open up your left quadricep. Engage your core. Find your balance. And then exhale, release your left foot. Toes tucked under. Now lean slightly forward. Make a prayer with your hands and turn your body to the right. Engage your core. Right elbow cross over your left elbow, cross over your right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn your body to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn. You may stay there, or maybe lift up your left knee into this revolved side ankle pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Try to lift up your chest away from your leg and then lowering down. Okay, so let's try this on the other side. This time, let's step your left leg forward. First, lean slightly forward, lengthen your spine. Make sure your hips are square to the front. Right toes tucking under. Inhale, come up. Hands on your left knee. Draw your left heel and right knee towards each other. Stabilize your pelvic floor. Inhale, lift up your right foot. Right hand binds with your right foot. Lift your hand to press your right heel towards your right hip. Feel the opening in your right quadricep. Engage your core. And then release your right foot, toes tucked under. And let's lean slightly forward. Make a prayer with your hands. Engage your core and turn to the left. And then maybe right elbow cross over your left knee. Really press your hands against each other to help with the twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. You may stay there for a few breaths, or maybe lift up your right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And then lowering your right knee down. Release the pose. So how does that feel? So now we're going to open up our hips in the lizard pose. And also later we're going to, when our hips are more open, we're going to try the pigeon pose. So let's step your right leg forward. So
stay quite in the middle of the mat into this knee down, into this Anjaneyasana. Make sure your hips look forward, lengthen your spine. Feel the sinking both hips down, feel the opening in your left quadricep and the back of your right thigh. And then turn to your outer side of your right foot, so your right knee is pointing to the right. Hands maybe on your hands, and then lift up your left knee. You can stay there, looking forward. Feel the opening in your outer right hip. Keep your spine nice and straight, or maybe work on your fingertips forward and lowering down your hips. Engage your core. Really press your feet down. Remember to breathe and then walk back. Release your left knee down. Now let's walk your right foot a few inches out. So both hands are inside your right foot, under your shoulders. Your right knee is by your right shoulder. Lean forward. Keep lowering down your hips, sinking both hips down. Keep your spine straight. You can stay there, or maybe lowering down your hands on a block, or maybe on the mat. Look forward. Really press your forearm down to help you lengthen forward. Try to draw your right knee towards your right shoulder. You can stay there, or maybe lift up your left knee. Really press your forearm down. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, down. Inhale, forward. Open up your chest to the front. Exhale, down. Inhale, forward. Exhale, down. And then release the pose and come up. Okay. How does that feel? It's a deep lunge in your right leg. And also hip opening to prepare our body for the pigeon pose. So let's change sides. So this time step your left leg forward. Look forward, lengthen your spine. Feel your hips are sinking down towards the mat. And now turn to the outer side of your left foot, left knee pointing to the left. Hands flat on the mat. You can stay there and feel the opening in your left outer left hip. Or you can lift up your right knee and keep walking forward on your fingertips or on your hands. Keep lowering down your hips. Really press your feet down. Engage your core to have a stronger stretch. And then walk back, lowering down your right knee. Now let's walk your left foot a few inches out, both hands inside your left foot, under your shoulders. Your left knee is by your left shoulder. Look forward. Really press your hands down, lengthen your spine. You can stay there, or maybe lowering down your hands on a block, or maybe on the mat. Forearm on the mat. Inhale, looking forward, draw your
left knee towards your left shoulder. Keep lengthening forward and sinking. And when you exhale, sinking your hips down. Can stay there or maybe lift up your right knee. Inhale, keep lengthening forward. Exhale, sinking down. Inhale. Press your forearm down, lengthen forward. Exhale down. Inhale forward. Exhale down, and then release the pose. Come back up. Let's lift up into a downward dog. Rest here for a few breaths. Rest our legs and be aware how you are feeling now. How are your legs? Your hips? Maybe they're a bit more open now. Inhale, look between your hands, lift up your heels, walk your feet towards your hands. Into forward fold. Keep your spine straight. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, bend your legs. Come up, one vertebrae by one vertebrae. Hands by your sides. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Draw your shoulder blades back and down. Open up your chest. Exhale. Relax into Tadasana. Let's take a few breaths here. Feel the heat generated in your body. So now let's lowering down our head. Keep lowering down your upper body towards your leg, one vertebrae by one vertebrae. Slowly coming down, hands hanging in the air, dropping towards the mat. Maybe they're touching the floor or your shins. Into fold. Inhale, halfway up. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold down. Let's walk back into a down dog. This time, bend your right leg. Place your right ankle on top of your left knee into that funky chair legs. Right knee pointing to the right, and bend your left leg and walk your hands back. So you adjust the alignment. Hands on the and now lift up your hands on your hips. Find your balance. Sit back. Maybe lift up slightly. Maybe bind your hands in front of your heart, or extend your hands forward. Feel the opening in your outer right hip, and then release the pose. So now let's walk back into a downward dog. Inhale. Lift up your right leg at the back. Exhale, lowering down your right foot to the front. This time, bend your right leg, so your right lower leg is flat on the mat.
If your hips are quite tight, you can maybe have a smaller angle, but our aim is to maybe place the lower leg parallel to the short edge of the mat. So it depends on how flexible your right hip is. You can adjust the angle and make sure your left leg is right aligned with your left hip. You can tuck the toes under. If your right hip is really high up, you can place a block under to support your right hip. Otherwise, you can maybe walk your left foot slightly forward. Look forward, feel the opening in your outer right hip, or maybe lowering your forearm down, elbows under your shoulders. Your left leg is active. It's almost lifting a tiny inch from the floor. And your right hip is flat on the mat or on a block. You can stay there, or maybe keep walking your left foot a few inches back, and then maybe make a pillow with your forearm resting on your forearm. So our hips are squared to the front, not on your right hip. So really press your left foot down, and your right hip is flat on my mat or on a block to protect your right knee. And let's breathe into the breath. Breathe into the stretch. Feel the opening in your outer right hip. Let go all the chattering in your mind, the resistance. Let go and just enjoy the stretch. Inhale, let's come up. And let's swing your left leg forward. So now let's change sides. So we'll do the funky chair first and then the pigeon pose. So let's step back into a downward dog. This time, left ankle, bend your left leg, left ankle on top of your right knee, left knee pointing to the left, bend your right leg and walk your hands back. When your right knee is on top of your right ankle, then maybe adjust alignment. Hands on your hips, come up. Maybe lift up slightly. Hands in front of your heart. Find a point to keep your balance. Maybe extend your arms forward, lowering down your torso towards your legs. Feel the opening in your outer left hip. And then release the pose, walk back into downward dog. And then release your legs into downward dog. Inhale, lift up your left leg. Exhale, left leg forward, left lower leg down, flat on the mat. Adjust your ankle and walk your right foot back. So make sure your right leg is aligned with your right hip. Right toes are tucking under. Maybe if your left hip is high up, then place a blanket or block under to support your left leg and reduce the pain, reduce the pressure in your left knee. To protect your left knee, make sure there's no pain in your left knee. So you can stay there quite upright and feel the opening in your outer left hip, or maybe lowering down your forearms on the mat. Keep walking your right foot back to lowering down your thighs onto the mat. You can stay there, or maybe make a pillow with your forearms and rest your head on the pillow. Really, you press your right foot down. Your weight is evenly distributed to both hips. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale. Breathe out of the stretch. Feel at each breath your hamstrings, your hips. Your hips are a bit more flexible. Inhale, come up. Now let's swing your right leg to the front. Hope you have enjoyed this pigeon pose. This is a very good hip openers. I guess maybe a lot of us are sitting long hours on a chair, so and our hips are very stiff. So in these hip opening poses, it's very good to introduce some movement of the femur bone, the top thigh bone in the hip joints, to keep our hips healthy. So let's try the final one, and hopefully you will enjoy it. So we're going to try the half split first, and see how your body is feeling, and see if you can go further into the full split or on the way to the full split. So if you have a block, you can use the block to help you with the practice. So let's start with, so maybe leaning quite at the back and step your right foot forward into a lower lunge. Lean forward, lengthen your spine, and then extend your right leg, flex your right foot. So maybe slide your right heel slightly forward. You can stay here, or maybe on the block or on your fingertips. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and feel the stretch along the right side of your hamstrings. Or maybe if you are quite flexible, you can keep lowering down your torso towards your right leg. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, maybe lowering down a tiny inch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lowering down. Feel the stretch at the back of your right leg. If you want to progress further to the full split, maybe walk your left foot back, or maybe slide your right heel forward. Walk your hands back so they're more or less under your shoulders. You can place a block under your right top of your right thigh You can stay there and feel the stretch, or maybe stay quite upright, shoulders on top of your hips, and let gravity work. Keep your hips squared to the front. Really press your, so the inner left thigh is on the mat. And then let's come up into half split. Hands flat on the mat and lift up. See if you can swing your right leg back into a 3-leg dog. And then rolling down your right leg. How does that feel? And we're going to try this on the other side. So now step your left leg forward into a lower lunge. Lengthen forward. And then lowering down your right knee. Right toes tucked under. Straighten your left leg. Flex your left foot. Toes pointing towards the ceiling. So you can stay quite upright here. That's fine. As long as you can keep your spine straight, you can feel stretch in your hamstrings in your left leg, then that's perfect for your body. If you are very flexible and you can't feel much stretch, then you can keep lowering down your torso towards your left leg. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, keep lengthening. Exhale, fold down. To your left leg. Feel the stretch at the back of your left leg. Inhale, come up. If you want to progress further, you can slide your left heel forward and walk your right foot back. So you can place the block under your top of your left thigh and stay there, or maybe let the gravity to work for you. Keep your hips square to the front. Try to lower down the inner right thigh into the mat. And then come up. And see if you can swing your left leg back into a downward dog. And then lowering down your left foot. And lowering down your knees on the mat into a sitting position. How does that feel? Maybe you feel different from one side to the other side. It's a quite strong stretch. So maybe keep practicing it, and you will feel your hamstrings are more flexible, your hips are more open, and maybe one day you will reach to the posture, to that level that you want to practice. So just keep practicing, and for now, we are going to lying down, cool down our body and into the final relaxation. So let's lie down on your back. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Hug your knees. Slightly draw your knees even closer to your chest. Feel the release in the back of your thigh. And let's make a simple twist. So Open up your left arm by your side. Use your right hand to guide your knees. Engage your core and lower down your knees to the right. If your legs are hanging in the air, place a block under or blanket under. Open up your right arm. Turn your head to the left. Keep both shoulders on the mat. Feel the release along the left side of your body. Inhale, engage your core and lift up. Use your left hand to guide your knees, lowering them down to the left. Open up your left arm. Turn your head to your right hand. Look at your right hand. Feel the release along the right side of your body. Inhale, lift up your heels. Draw your heels towards your chest. Lift up your knees. Draw your knees towards your chest. Hug your knees. Swing your hips from one side to the other side. Massage your lower back. And let's come into final Shavasana relaxation pose. So straighten your legs. Make sure your heels are wider than your hips. Heels in, toes out. If you have pain in your lower back, you can place a blanket under your hips. Arms are straight, palms facing up. Make some space under your armpits. Tuck your chin in to lengthen your lower back. If you are wearing glasses, then take it off now. Otherwise, I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you and take a short rest in this pose. Come to your breaths. Inhale and feel the opening of your belly, of your chest. And when you exhale, feel the falling of your chest, of your belly. Maybe you start to count your inhalation and your exhalation. If you inhale for 4, maybe exhale for 6 to 8 counts. Aim to that and not force it. And relax your body through the breaths. If there's any thought popping up in your mind, Let it flow away. Everything can wait. Let's focus on your breath at this moment. Now gradually come back to your normal breathing. And turn your awareness to your body. Relax your head, your forehead, your jaws, your eyes, your jaw, your mouth. Relax your neck, your collarbones, shoulder blades, your arms, elbows, wrists, hands, fingers. Relax your chest, your upper back. Relax your abdomen, your lower back. Relax your hips, the muscles around. Relax your thighs, your knees, your calves. Relax your ankles, your feet, your toes. Relax your whole body. Melt your body onto the floor. Now introduce small movement in your fingers, in your toes. Rotate your head from one side to the other side slowly. Be aware of the sounds around you, the energy in the room. Place your feet down onto the mat. Roll to the right side of your body. Make a pillow with your hands and rest your hands, your head on your hands for a few seconds. Now press your left hand down to help you lift up into a seated position. Maybe sit on a block. Maybe cross your legs. Keep your gaze down. Hands on your knees. Inhale, lift up your arms on top of your shoulders, lengthen your spine. Look up at your hands. Exhale, lowering down your hands through your eyes. Keep lowering them down to your heart center. Bow your head towards your fingers. Thank yourself for taking this time for yoga practice to Take some time off for yourself, for your own well-being. Hope you are feeling a bit calmer at this moment, and maybe carry this feeling into your daily life. Namaste. So, thank you for taking this class with me today. I hope to see you next time.